To succeed in business, forget about your product and do this instead. G'day winner, I'm David DUGAN, founder of Abundance Global. I've had the fortunate privilege of working with literally about 4,500 entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized businesses from all around the globe. You know what? One of the things I see is the biggest challenge is they get so excited, they're so passionate about their product, around their service, that they forget the fundamental reason for being in business. And that is to solve their ideal client's problem. Don't fall in love with your product, fall in love with the client, fall in love with their problems. You know, my background, I spent 18 years as a dentist. And one thing is there's lots of new fixes, great new whitening of your teeth, lights, lasers, all sorts of gimmicks and gadgets. But at the end of the day, the patients don't really care about that. They care about having a beautiful smile. They care about things that are important to them. And as a dentist, you've got to get into rapport with them. You've got to know what's going on with them. And that was the lesson that I learned as a dentist that has helped me tremendously in business and helping with the people that we mentor and coach. Now, there are three parts to this. And the first thing is you've got to know who. Who is it that you want to be working with? Who is the client you want to work with? And when you think about you want to fall in love with someone, fall in love with your client, who is the client that you want to fall in love with? Now, when you identify that, we're going to really deep dive and we're going to really find out a little bit more around that client. So here's a couple. There are three things. First one, we need to know the demography of the client. We also need to know their geography. So when we think of demography, is how old are they? What are their personal interests? What are their hobbies? When we look at geography, where are they located? And the third part, which is critically important, is their psychology. So when you think of those three things, we need to know them with crystal clarity. Now, the bit that I suspect most people miss out is having good clarity around the demography and the geography. And what I've got here is a 27-point checklist to make sure that you've covered off in those areas. And this is one part of a larger program that we've got, but this part here will give you crystal clarity. And guess what? When you know that, it makes it much, much easier to look at who you're going to partner with, who you can do promotion with, where your marketing is going to be most effective. So if you would like to get that 27-point checklist, that's going to help you to nail the demography and the geography of your ideal client, the person you're going to fall in love with, not your product, then click on the link below. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you our little 27-point checklist that is going to go through and make sure that you tick every box, and then you have a robust measure and exact guideline on what that client as demography and geography is. And guess what? Your suppliers, if you're using social media, if you've got marketing consultants, anyone like that, this is a perfect thing that they're going to need to help maximize the efforts that they are going to be putting in for any investment that you make. So click on the link below, because I've got a 27-point checklist and I want you to make sure that you're falling in love with your clients and not with your product.